Welcome, real estate investors. Thank you so much for joining me. I really appreciate your love and support that you're giving me by watching my content. Today, we're going to cover debt versus equity partnerships and how you can structure the deal based on one of these two things, is usually how it goes down. And if you haven't done already, please like, comment, and subscribe. This helps you out. This helps me out. This helps the whole world out. The activity in the marketplace is what creates the economy. So let's create the economy, make it even better by like, commenting, and subscribing. Thank you. If you don't already know, please keep in mind that a full link to the blog post that accompanies this video is in the description below. So click on that if you want a more detailed analysis, and if you prefer reading over watching, then you can do that there. Great. So debt and versus equity partnerships. The first and the cheapest way to fund your deals is through debt partnerships. Debt partnerships are just giving a investor a return on their money, and they don't have any equity in the deal, and that's why it's the cheapest form of partnerships. So let's say, for example, that you have an investor that wants to invest $100,000 by giving them a 10% return on their money. That's just a debt partnership. Now, I recommend you give them simple interest, not compound interest, because otherwise you're going to be paying them a lot more money over the long term. So simple interest, not compound interest. Also, thing to keep in mind is that you might be able to structure the deal where you only pay interest at the end upon resell or refinance of the property. So you're only paying down principal, and then you pay interest at the end. That's one way to do it, and that's going to save you a lot more money in the long run. Actually, it doesn't save you a lot more money in the long run, sorry, but it increases your cash flow, right? And cash flow is key in this business. So if you don't have to pay interest along the way, you can keep that money and increase your cash flow. That is what you want to do. So that is definitely the best way to structure it if you can. The next form of partnership is an equity partnership. Now, it's not the cheapest way, but it is the fastest way to get money, because it is you're giving equity in the deal. Now, you're giving up the precious equity, and because of that, the investor gets monthly cash flow as well as profits on the resale of the property. So that's an important thing to note. They will get 50 to 75% of the deal, the equity in the deal, usually. And just keep in mind, you might be thinking, wow, that's a lot of equity to give away. But remember, they're giving up all the money for the deal. So it's a really fair trade off. And 25 to 50% of something is better than 100% of nothing. So that's a rule that I learned a long time ago. And it might be hard to practice and get your mind wrapped around that, but it's important for this, especially because, when you raise money and give equity out, you can do larger deals. Maybe you can get into a 50 or $100 million deal by raising equity, right? So without that, you wouldn't be able to do that. So the next thing we want to talk about is how to find good people and other investors. So remember, the power of association is everything. So there's a couple things you can do to find people to structure these debt or equity deals. Some stepping stones to these people include church, charitable organizations, and business organizations. So you want to form and forge excellent business relationships, and that's the key to this kind of stuff. So I'm not talking about hitting them up and hard selling them constantly, or being a hassle or pain in their butt. I'm talking about building a relationship on common interest, common ground, and then when the opportunity presents itself, pitch your investment idea. Remember, this is not begging. This is, you have an excellent business opportunity and you just want to see if they're interested or not. That's all you're doing. And to keep in mind that the same thing would be examples of, if say you went to church and someone needed a great plumber for their house because they need work done, and you said you knew a friend that was a great plumber. That wouldn't bother you. That wouldn't bother anyone at all, because you're referring out someone that they need. So it's the same kind of thing. So keep that in mind. It's easy once you get in the hang of it. Some other ways to network with people are your local chamber of commerce, Rotary Club, and other organizations where business people are found. When you join these organizations, the best way to do is to volunteer for projects. Remember, the people that are running these organizations just started out at some point in their life too. So they're going to be really receptive to you you, and they want people that are involved and engaged. And that's a good way to meet people, because a lot of the influential people in the business community are part of these organizations. So that's another way to reach them. Last way to reach them and get some angel investors or people are holding a seminar or luncheon. Right? These are ways to connect and explore a certain demographic and talk about your idea. Maybe you can present to a network group of people. You can, who knows what it is, right? There's angel investment clubs. I know one in my area is called Tech Coast Angels. There's the most prominent one in Southern California, and there's other things. So just do your research and look for organizations that you can be a part of, join, present in front of, give out food and do a luncheon or what have you. So there you have it. That's how you structure debt or equity partnerships, and gives you a little basis and knowledge to move forward in your business. Happy apartment hunting. Your multifamily real estate investment expert, Connor Scott McCraw, out.